Old Justin Trudeau back in the news again. He was trying to keep a low profile at the G7 summit yesterday with the new elections coming up, but he wasn't able to do it. I'm sure you've seen pictures of this when he snuck a kiss from Melania Trump right in front of Trump. You know, the news stations on both sides try to spin everything to ridiculous levels. So in this video, I want to show you the actual video so we can see what went down, see who was in the right, see who was in the wrong, break it down at the end. And I also want to hear your thoughts at the end, but after we see this video. So the way that it starts out is it was a photo op at the G7, and they brought out everyone's wives. Here you can see them all coming in. And one of the wives that came out, you see right next to Trump, is Macron's wife. And did you hear about that? Brazil's Bolsonaro, on his Facebook page, there was somebody who made a comment. They posted a meme comparing the look of his wife to Bolsonaro's wife, implying that Macron's wife was not good looking compared to him. And Bolsonaro took the bait and says, "Don't humiliate the guy, KKKK," which is their way of saying ha 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 ha. So Macron was not happy with that at all. He said they were extremely disrespectful comments. So that's a little side beef going on there. But you see, as this starts off here, Trump kisses Macron's wife. And then what happens here to the left? There he is, old Trudeau. Okay. So when you watch it back, there's actually nothing out of the ordinary with that. Trudeau basically just looked at her, just like Trump kissed both sides of her face. But the picture that was taken is incredible. Like when you look at this picture right here, it looks much different. It's a great example of context. What if I said, here in Dallas, Texas, I said, I hate going out in Dallas, Texas because there's so many good restaurants. I just don't know which one to choose. And then somebody looking for clicks at some news station says, Barron says scathingly that he hates going out in Dallas. It's taken out of context, and this isn't going to change. As much as we don't like to think of it this way, it's a flawed system. Those news stations, they want to get views and they get paid for views, just like the Game of Thrones. So they're trying to sensationalize everything. People that like Trump, what do they want to hear? Good things about Trump. People who hate Trump, what do they want to hear? Bad things about Trump. It's just how humans are wired. You know, I always wonder when I was younger, I was always like, I just want a news station that doesn't spin anything at all. Where is it? And then you realize, as much as people say, oh yeah, I'd like that, they don't. They kind of want to feel like they're watching their side and their tribe's thing get worked up. Just like the Game of Thrones, he crushes some guy's head. The guy who you like, they're like, yeah, he's the best. And you're sitting there like, yeah, he is the best. That's what people like. That's what people are wired to do. But it means more than ever, we need to look at things through a discerning eye. We need to filter everything that we're told and heard through our heads to say, hey, is there a spin about this? What's the real truth behind this? This video is a great example. We see this picture, and if you just saw the picture, and what's some headline that it may say if it wants to sensationalize it? Trudeau moves in on Trump's woman while he was standing right there. That would be a sensationalized thing. What would be something that nobody would click on? Oh, a normal greeting for a photo op between Melania and Justin Trudeau. Is anyone clicking on that? No, that guy got fired who wrote that headline, but the guy who wrote the smoldering smooch between Trudeau and Melania just got promoted because he got all the clicks. Now, the reason I want to explain this to you this way, everything that everyone says to you, for the most part, has some sort of spin on it. Think about your friend. There's two different restaurants you're considering to go. Okay, there's two different choices. And they're going to tell you, what are the two choices here? The way they explain the one that they want to go to is going to be favorable. They're going to use different subcommunication. They're going to use different vocal tonality. It's not something that they're consciously thinking, oh, I'm going to trick him into going to the one that I want to. No, that's just how humans are wired. But if we don't realize that this is going on, you're always going to have the wool pulled over your eyes, and people are going to take advantage of you by manipulating you through subcommunication, through vocal tonality, through these social nuances that most people don't understand. Most people will go to their grave not understanding true influence and how people influence them in these subtle ways. If you can't see it, I call this channel the Charisma Matrix because there is a social matrix behind everything that most people won't see. But if you can see it, it gives you a huge advantage against everyone else who never gets the chance to do it. The way you talk, if I was to come on a video and sound unconvincing through my tone of voice, I didn't sound like I knew what I was talking about. I wasn't confident. How much can you tell about someone's confidence level by the way they talk? Not just their voice, but everything about their subcommunication. A lot, but most of it is dictated in their voice. When you have a strong vocal tonality, you sound high confidence and you sound high status. And when people have high status, people want to help you. People want to invite you to the party. People want to promote you. And this is something I'm very passionate about. Vocal tonality is something I spend a lot of time teaching on this channel. And if you want to learn more about it, I've got a free video, another YouTube video I'll put right here you can click on, where I'm going to walk you through the basics of vocal tonality so you'll immediately understand it and be able to use a stronger, more convincing tone of voice. You can click right here and I'll talk to you there now. Or if you want to see a video of Justin Trudeau getting ignored by Brazil's Bolsonaro, I'll actually put a link to that right here.